Hey, I'm Roxy, and this is my story. Psst. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. My recipe for a perfect evening. Video games, snacks, and watching my favorite channel, Private Diary. Sweet. Don't be a noob. Get that loot drop. I was playing the game when I heard my alarm go off in my parents' room. Wait, what? Was I playing all night until the morning? Whoa. I turned off my computer and I quickly hid under the blanket just a second before my mom came in. Roxy, wakey wakey. You're gonna miss the school bus. I wish I didn't have to go to school. I peeked out from under the blanket and I pretended that I felt sick. Mom, I think I'm sick. Mom narrowed her eyes in disbelief and touched my computer. Yeah, sick of playing games all night maybe? The block is still hot. You've been up all night again. Busted. One more trick like this and we're gonna have to have a serious talk. I had to miraculously recover and go to school, though I couldn't focus on my studies anyway. I felt so sleepy. During a literature class, I chose a spot behind the tallest guy in class, and I decided I would take a little nap. I was napping peacefully on my desk when I heard Mrs. Dursley yelling in my ear. Roxanne Hill, what do you think you're doing, young lady? She got really mad. But the worst part is they sent me to the headmaster, and he called my parents and told them what I was doing instead of writing an essay. At home, my mom and dad came out hard on me. That's so embarrassing. Your headmaster probably thinks we're terrible parents. From now on, you're only allowed to use the computer on weekends. But Dad, now go to school and no junk food. Did you hear that? They're treating me like I'm a little kid. I got pissed and I decided to prove that I could be successful at what I do best. Video games. That's right, I'll be a streamer. I told my parents I was going to bed, but I was actually on my PC. I signed up on a streaming website and I set up a camera. Well, Roxy, time to work. Hey guys, let's play some games. I tried to act natural and made witty remarks, but no matter how hard I tried, I didn't get many views. Only one person came and watched the stream. I guess my dream was coming crumbling down already. I got upset, turned off the game, and filled my table with snacks. They always cheered me up, no matter what. Then, I suddenly noticed the number of viewers soaring from 1 to several hundred. Only now did I realize I hadn't turned off the camera. The stream was still going. These people not only watched me gobble up my snacks, but were also sending donations. Wow, pinch me. A Google search revealed that this type of streaming is called mukbang. It seems I'd found my real calling. Since then, I've continued to eat on camera, chat with my audience, and play games. With each stream, the number of subscribers and views increased. I was overwhelmed with positive comments and donations. And I didn't even do anything special. It was a perfect life for me. One day, some guy named Dale sent me a message saying he was my #1 fan. You're very funny. Your jokes on stream always cheer me up. Oh, thank you. We're from the same city. Would you like to hang out sometime? Wow, I've never been on a date before. But I hesitated. Dale didn't have a photo on his profile. To be honest, I thought he didn't put one because he wasn't handsome. Besides, how could a handsome guy like me anyway? In order to make more streams, I had to deal with the little problem called school. Well, why would I need an education if I'm already making good money? At first, I wanted to tell everything to my parents, but then I imagined how they would take the news. And I changed my mind. So I started an operation called Skip the School. In the morning, I pretended to get on the school bus. Mom, Dad, bye. And then I hid, and I waited for my parents to leave for work. And then I got back to my room safely. Roxy, you're a genius. But my luck didn't last forever. Mom forgot her phone at home once and came back, only to find out that instead of school, I was sitting at my computer. What does this all mean? Whoops. Dad burst into my room right away. Turned out that he'd gotten a call from school and they told him I hadn't shown up. Double whoops. My parents got really mad. To hide from their screams, I wanted to secretly put on my headphones. But then I noticed that Dad had unplugged my computer. That's enough, young lady. No more computer. Ooh, scary. I took out a pile of cash from my cash, and I shrugged my shoulders nonchalantly. Fine, take this junk if you want. I was gonna get a more powerful computer anyway. Roxy, where did you get all this money? I had to tell them everything. I expected to be scolded as usual. They would tell me that it's bad to eat junk food and skip my lessons and blah blah blah. But this time, my parents surprised me. Wow, Roxy, that's That's such a good idea. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, you heard that right. Not only were my parents happy, but they also decided they would help me with streams from that day on. Together, we came up with different cool locations for filming. They also began to buy me funny food, which at first glance looked like something inedible. Once, I was streaming from an inflatable pool filled with colorful balls, and I ate a cake shaped like a sneaker. Can you imagine? My audience was loving it. My fame and my income kept growing. I gave up on boring school. I never thought I had such cool parents. Even though I still didn't know what Dale looked like, we continued to chat online. We could spend hours talking about our favorite video games and sending funny pictures to each other, and soon we even had inside jokes. This dude passed the vibe check. So when Dale asked me out again, I decided to take a chance. There's an expo in the city where they're gonna show new games. Wanna go there together? Why not? We agreed that he would come to the expo holding a huge red balloon. I was nervously peering into the crowd of strangers and I suddenly noticed the guy of my dreams. A tall, fit, handsome guy. He held a red balloon and was waving at me. Wow, was this really Dale? Hey, Roxy. Glad to finally meet you in person. At first, I was very embarrassed. I mean, what could such a cool guy like about me? There were so many other nice girls around. I even wondered if Dale only liked me because of my popularity. But I pushed all those dark thoughts away and we had a great time. In the evening, an advertising agent, Mr. Jackson, suddenly knocked on our door. He wanted to talk to my parents. I have a very lucrative contract for Roxy. She won't even need to do anything. We only need her face for our commercials. Wow, I could never expect someone would want to make me a model and represent their brand. Since I was underage, Mr. Jackson gave the contract to my parents to check. They looked into it and happily signed it. And I didn't even bother reading what product they wanted to promote. First, I trusted my parents. Second, there were so many zeros that it would be stupid to turn the offer down. We were rolling in money. And now I'll tell you how everything started to fall apart. Dale asked me out on a date at a new restaurant with molecular cuisine. The food was disgusting, to be honest, but it looked good in the frame. I decided I would stream right there. Hey guys, check out what's on my plate today. But Dale started acting weird. He grabbed my phone and turned the stream off. Can you think of anything other than your streams and mukbang? We're on a date, Roxy. So what? We can do both. You even gave up on the games. I don't blame you, but you have to have time for other hobbies. What do you mean? I'll be honest with you, Roxy. You've gained weight, and actually, your face seems to be everywhere. It pops up on the internet on weird banners. How did you even agree to promote this stuff? I still didn't know what kind of PR campaign I signed up for. It was good enough for me that they paid me well, but I realized that Dale was standing in the way of my career. Are you mad because I became a successful model? Well, I thought you were dating me because I was popular. How could you even think that? I don't know which of us got more angry, me or Dale. The entire restaurant heard us fight. Dale couldn't stand it anymore. He paid the bill, gave me a disappointed look, and left. I thought you were better than this. I was embarrassed to tears, but I didn't show it. Roxy Hill wouldn't cry over boys. But the black streak had only just begun. I began to notice that the number of viewers on my streams were dropping. Donations and popularity both declined. This worried my parents just as much as it worried me. I see now what's going on. Roxy, you have competition. What? Mom showed me the stream of a girl named Yui. She lived somewhere in Vietnam and became popular because she was incredibly thin and ate more than me at a time. Plus, she ate her huge portions in minutes. Amazing. No wonder Yui was the new mukbang star. But I wasn't gonna give up so easily. In order to win my audience back, I also began to eat as fast as I could. I did extreme streams, eating hot dogs while riding a roller coaster. I even tried to do a mukbang upside down, but nothing helped. One evening, I got really sick. I got a fever, my stomach was twirling, my vision got dark. My parents got scared and took me to a hospital. I'm sorry to tell you, Roxy has pancreatitis. It's caused by excessive eating of junk food and a sedentary lifestyle. No, don't worry. She'll get better in a couple of weeks, but she'll need to stick to a healthy diet. It's our fault. We shouldn't have encouraged this hobby. Forgive us, Roxy. The money you earned twisted our minds. When you're discharged, we'll make sure you eat healthy. It was a nightmare. My life was falling apart. I didn't want to go back to my old life. When my parents left, Dale checked up on me. I was hoping he would cheer me up, but Dale just started preaching again. I told you your obsession with mukbang would end badly. I got mad and I told him to go away. It was bad enough without him rubbing it in. I was discharged soon after. I felt physically fine, but I was devastated. I didn't want to do anything. My parents felt guilty, and one day they decided to surprise me. Baby, we got you a tour in Vietnam. A vacation by the sea and exotic fruits will help you get better soon. I shrugged my shoulders with no enthusiasm. Well, it's better than going back to school, I guess. A few days later, I was walking along the coast and thinking about how I could restore my fame, when suddenly, you won't believe it, I met my rival Yui. She was practicing yoga and looking happy. That's who ruined my life. I decided I had to take revenge on her. I started following Yui, and I found out that she streams from a hammock on a public beach a couple times a week. Her viewers liked the scenic views. I wanted to embarrass her in front of my subscribers. So, right before her stream, I gave a kid some ice cream and I asked him to distract Yui. Meanwhile, I poured spicy sauce all over her rice. And you know what? She didn't notice a thing and ate the entire portion. Next time, I put spiders in her food. Well, let's see how you like this. When the spiders crawled out of the plate and scattered all over the tray, Yui was confused. Oh! But then she laughed and put one on her shoulder. Guys, seems like I've got a new friend. The audience was delighted. Ugh, whatever I did, Yui wasn't bothered by it. I was desperate when a brilliant idea came to mind. Hey guys, you all know a streamer named Yui. Well, I would like to tell you the truth about her. Yes, I decided to play dirty and I made a video telling lies about my rival. I'm sure she's been editing the video and you don't even notice it. You have to admit, no one can stay so thin by eating so much junk food every day. People went wild. The video got hundreds of thousands of views and tons of comments. I thought that now Yui's career was over, but she suddenly made a rebuttal.
Guys, it's really simple. I stay slim because I work out a lot and do yoga every day. And my food isn't that bad. Check it out. It's rice, vegetables, and fish.
Once again, Yui was unperturbed. I didn't have any other ideas, so I gave up. Shortly after the vacation, I came back home. I felt even worse than before the trip. You'll be very surprised to find out what happened next. I suddenly noticed that Yui had deleted her account on the website. That was so weird. After all, she was insanely popular. Well, whatever. It means that I won and I can become a mukbang star again. What happened to all my viewers? Something was wrong. I looked it up on the internet and I realized that the mukbang format was no longer trending. Now, the audience enjoyed watching dancing on a trampoline and painting with sand. But I couldn't do any of that. Then, I realized the terrible truth. I didn't know how to do anything else. And, to make this terrible day even worse, I saw an ad banner with my face. And finally, I found out that they had used me to promote sports nutrition. The slogan read, "This is what you'll look like if you don't use our products." And it was next to an arrow that pointed to my face. It was horrible. Now I realized I was only popular as some kind of freak. I felt so stupid and miserable. I kept crying into my pillow, but then I decided I would take a walk. It's hard to believe, but fate brought me and Yui together again. She was sitting on a bench reading an English textbook. Yui, what are you doing here?
Working on my English. Do I know you?
I told her everything about myself, and I asked why she had deleted her account.
It was a temporary hobby to earn money for college. I got accepted, and I moved here to study to become a biologist.
Wow, Yui really opened my eyes. Controversial popularity wouldn't last forever. I had to do something and get an education. Otherwise, I would be nobody. I apologized for all the dirty tricks I'd played, and I realized I had yet to apologize to someone else. Dale, I'm so sorry for acting like that. You were right. I shouldn't be so lightheaded. It turned out that without my fame and without the title of a freak, I'm not worth anything. How could you say that? I liked you because of your carefree attitude and your sense of humor back when you first did gaming streams. Wait, so Dale had been my first viewer? Unbelievable. The guys and I are working on our game. You're an expert in this. Would you like to join our team? Like you had to ask? And so, we began to create the universe of our own game. It was so exciting to learn something new. I realized I wanted to dedicate my life to this. And when I worked on my sleep schedule and healthy eating habits, it became easy and interesting to study. My scores got better. As for Dale, our story has only just begun. What do you think? Is internet fame really so fleeting? Let me know what you think.